Most people don't get a data analyst job not because they know just Python or SQL, but because they are weak in Excel. For freshers, Excel alone carries almost 50% weightage in interviews. Not just data analyst roles, any job in any company requires Excel as a must have skill. In real companies, Excel is used daily for reporting, analysis, tracking, dashboards, and decision making. If your Excel basics are weak, companies won't trust you with your data. In this video and upcoming sessions, I will teach you 5 very important things that companies actually expect from you. First one, we'll discuss about the roadmap of the Excel sessions. I will explain the complete Excel roadmap from basic to advanced so you know exactly what to learn in what order. Second, I'll also be discussing with you about the job opportunities with Excel. Second, including data analyst, operations, marketing, finance, and business roles. Third, step-by-step practical learning. We will learn step by step with real practical example exactly how Excel is used inside companies, not just bookish knowledge. Interviews. Fourth, I will cover real Excel interview questions that are commonly asked to freshers and experienced candidates. Fifth, we will be doing 80-20 rule. We will be discussing what that rule means, and also I'll teach you the 80-20 rule in Excel, where 20% of your Excel skills that are used 80% of the time in organizations, so you don't waste time learning unnecessary things. If you want a job, start with Excel. Excel is not optional. Excel is compulsory. So let's begin. Step-by-step learning path designed to take you from a complete beginner to someone who can confidently use Excel for real-world job-ready tasks. Think of Excel like a journey, just traveling on a road. You don't jump straight to the destination. You will move step by step, building skills along the way. This roadmap shows exactly how the journey looks. First, we'll be understanding the Excel basics. We will start with the foundation. Here you will learn what Excel is, how workbook and worksheets work, and how to navigate the interface. You will get comfortable with essential elements like the ribbons, quick access toolbar, name box, formula bar, zoom in, zoom out, horizontal bar and the vertical bar. And also, this step ensures you don't feel lost when you open Excel and give you confidence to move forward. Second, we'll be working with the formulas and the functions. Once the basics are clear, we'll move to the core powerful Excel, formulas and function. You will learn how Excel performs calculations using formulas and commonly used functions like sum, averages, count, etc. Here in this stage, it teaches you how Excel actually thinks and processes data, which is essential for any role that uses spreadsheets. Step 3. Creating charts and visualizations. Next, we focus on visualizing data. Numbers alone don't always tell a clear story. Charts and visualizations help you communicate insights quickly and effectively. You will learn how to create charts, choose the right chart type, and present data in a way that is easy to understand and professional. Fourth step, managing and analyzing data. Here, where Excel starts to feel truly powerful. You will learn how to manage large data sets, clean data, sort, filter, and analyze information efficiently. This step is especially important for roles in business, finance, operation, and analytics, where working with data is a daily task. Step 5. Power Pivot and Power Query. Now we move into the advanced Excel tools. Power Query helps you import, clean, and transform data from multiple data sources, while Power Pivot to work with large data sets and complex data models. These tools are game changers for anyone dealing with real-world business data. The last step is automating Excel. Finally, we reach automation. Here, Excel stops being just a tool and start working for you. You will learn how to automate repetitive tasks using advanced features, saving time and reducing errors. It's an essential skill for productivity and career growth. This roadmap is designed to be practical, progressive, and job-oriented. If you follow it step by step, you won't just learn Excel, you will understand how to use Excel confidently in real-world scenarios. Let's begin the journey and build Excel skills the right way from basics to automation. This is Excel course. We will cover from basic to advanced. We will cover the complete course. It doesn't matter how little experience you have in Excel. I promise you that as you watch this video and follow along, that you will learn everything you need to know to get started using Excel effectively. Don't be intimidated by Excel. You can do it. And regardless of what version of Excel you are using, this video is what you need to get started using Excel. In the first section, we will look into how to create and save workbook in Excel, and also we will learn the basics nomenclature of a spreadsheet and also the layout in Microsoft Excel. So let's get started. Whenever you start up Excel, it should take you first to the screen similar to this. You may see a list of recently used spreadsheets, but you will also have a way to create a new blank workbook. You will also see the list of templates available, and you can also search for more templates by clicking here. But I'm going to click on a blank workbook. So let's talk about the nomenclature of a spreadsheet. Whenever you are working in Microsoft Excel, you will always have at least one sheet. You can see in the lower left, but it is possible to have multiple sheets. And all of these sheets collectively together are called as workbook. My workbook has, as of now, as I have only one sheet, one spreadsheet. In Excel, spreadsheets are made up of columns, which is indicated by letters, and rows, which are indicated by numbers. The intersection of column and rows is called as active cell. So whenever you see there is a thick border on a cell, it is called as active cell. And we have the name box here, which suggests the address of this particular cell. That is E column and row number 5, which is the name box which we say. Next we have range. A range is a collection of group of cells. Suppose here, if you see, my range is from D column row number 7. So D7 to G12. This is my range. So if you want to create a range, you can click on any cell and you can drag it to the right. It will show you the range. Okay, this will become more and more important. Now we'll be discussing about scroll lock. If you see in the status bar, you see that here scroll lock is on. That means if I am in my active cell, if I am clicking my down arrow, I am unable to move to another cell where my entire screen is being moved to down or left or right, but I am unable to move between my active cell. So because my scroll lock is on here, I am unable to do it. If I want to disable my scroll lock and I need to off it, either you can do in two ways. I am using HP laptop, and if I want to turn it off, I can use function C, and you can see on the status bar my scroll lock is off. Okay, if you are using different laptops, you will have a different shortcut keys, but we can also do it in another method. We can use run function and open a on-screen keyboard, and also we can do it virtually. Okay, so suppose if I have my scroll lock on, and if I want to do that, what I can do, I can click on Windows R and I can open the run command. Here I can type OSK. OSK means on-screen keyboard. Suppose if you see here, we have a list similar. We have this same kind of a keyboard that we are seeing, but in our keyboard we don't have scroll lock as a key. So what we do, we'll just turn it off, and then you will see on the scroll lock, scroll lock is disabled. Okay, that is how you can use run command to turn on and off your screen lock, or else you can use a shortcut key, whereas I am using function C for my laptop, and you will have a different shortcut key for your whichever laptop you're using. And why we use scroll lock on and off, because whenever I'm working on this particular active cell and I don't want by mistake going into another active cell, for in that scenarios we'll be using the scroll lock feature. Now we'll be discussing more about the nomenclature of Excel. So here, if you hover on anything, right, you'll be able to see what is that about. Okay, so in the first left hand side, you will be seeing the quick access toolbar. If you want to use that, you can right click it, and you'll see how you want to customize the quick access toolbar. And if you want to show quick access toolbar below the ribbon, you can use that, and you can also hide the quick access toolbar, and you have different features like customizing the ribbon and collapsing the ribbon. So this part where you are seeing under home tab, this is called a ribbon, and every tab has a different ribbon altogether. If you just want to collapse the ribbon, you can do that by just clicking there. And also if you want to customize your quick access toolbar by just adding anything, like suppose I don't want sorting in a descending order and ascending order, and I just want to add email into my quick access toolbar, that it will be visible when I just customize it. So I can see the email function in my quick access toolbar, and here you see whenever you open any workbook, it will show as book 1. You can change that name into whichever name you need depending upon your requirement. The next one is called the search functionality. Whenever you want to search any concept, right, you can use the search bar and it will help you to do that particular task. Suppose if we look for VLOOKUP, it will give you what VLOOKUP means and how to do that. So it will explain how exactly you should be able to do VLOOKUP, and this is very helpful if you're learning new things. This search functionality will help you a lot. And you have close, minimize and maximize buttons. You can use this. And also if you want to share your Excel with anyone, you can share this, and also you can write comments here. And we have different tabs here. You have home, you have I just added a new tab for the explanation. You have home, you have insert, and in insert you have all these are called ribbons. And you also have draw, you have page layout, and you have much more. And we'll be discussing about contextual tabs also. Whenever you're working on a sheet, you will be seeing other tabs which are popping up here. We'll be discussing about that as well. And also if you want to show the ribbon, you can do it like this. You can collapse the ribbon. And also if you want to only show full screen mode or only show tabs, you can do it in this method also. And you can show this ribbon. And this one is called the formula bar, where if you are adding two numbers and if you are using a formula, it will save this cell as a formula, not as a number. But here if you see, these were showing as numbers, but this one it is showing as a formula. Okay. And also we have the status bar, where we have the status ready. That means you are good to use Excel. And you also have references, and you also have macros. Macro is a feature that we will be discussing in automating the Excel part, which is the final one, where you can record a set of instructions and you can save it, and you don't need to redo the same task again and again if you record a macro properly. So that we'll be looking into the last chapter. And also if you click on the right hand side, you will have all the status bar. You have caps lock on if you want to you see what is the status, right? You can see all these things in the status bar. Okay. And you also have the page layouts. We have different page layouts here, which is the normal page layout, and you have a different page layout. This we will see when you have to print something in Excel, you will be using all these features. And you also have a horizontal bar where you can navigate in the spreadsheet. And you also have a zoom feature, where if you want to increase the size of the active cell or the way you want to look, right, you can do all these things in Excel. Next we'll be looking into navigation keys. You can use your navigation keys to move around the Excel. For example, if you see the top arrow, it will move the active cell one row up, and if you click on the down arrow, it will move one row down, and the same with left and right arrows as well. But if you click on page up or page down, what it will do, it will move the active cell one screen. For example, if you are on row 1 and you can see up to row 35, but if you use page down arrow, it will start from 35. That means one entire screen it will move up and down. Same with page up, you can move the active cell one screen up. With page down, if you use alt plus page down, it will move one screen to the right, and if you use alt plus page up, it will move one screen to the left. Okay. And you can also scroll the screen that the active cell is visible. You need to scroll the screen to the active cell is visible. You can use control plus backspace. Okay. Then it will show the active cell. Where are you? Okay. And whenever you want to move to the first active cell A1, you can use control plus home, and it will redirect directly to active cell A1. And if you want to see the active cell to the bottom right, like suppose if you have you have these numbers. If you want to go to the add to cell A1, you can do Control plus O. It will show add to cell A1. If you click on Control plus End, it will show to the last last column in G and row 10. This G10, you can see it will go to that. If you want to see the range for that particular spreadsheet, you can click on Control N to see the last cell, and if you want to see the first cell, you can click on Control Home. It will show that. Next one, we will discuss about ribbon. This part you are seeing is called the ribbon, and for every tab you have ribbons, and ribbon is the primary way to interact with Excel other than entering data into cells. To toggle ribbon, you can press Ctrl F1. You can collapse the ribbon, and if you press Ctrl F1, you can view the ribbon. This is how you can interact with ribbons. And you can also do it by double clicking on the quick access toolbar, and you see you can find collapse the ribbon and customize the ribbon. Okay, now we'll be discussing about the different tabs that we have here. So we'll speak about the first tab, which is a home tab. You will spend most of your time in home tab. This tab contains formatting commands. You will see different formattings that you can do, and also you can do the fonts as well. If you want to increase the font, decrease the font, you can do the alignments. You can also do the styles. If you want to use conditional formatting, you can use in the home tab. And if you want to insert rows or delete rows, or you want to do formatting depending upon the row height or anything, you can do that. You can also do the filtering, and you can also use the freeze, the calculations, everything. And most of your time you will be using it on the home tab. Next is the insert tab. If you want to insert a table, or if you want to insert a pivot table, or if you want to insert pictures, and if you want to insert shapes, icons, or if you want to insert charts, you do that in the insert tab, where you do most of the visualization in this tab. And it is also the most useful tab, where you can use slicers and you can link any websites, anything. You can do it in the insert tab. Next one is a draw tab, where you can use this feature just to do any visualization. You can use this draw tab. It is mostly of select, and you can do like a paint. And the next one is the page layout. This contains the overall appearance of a worksheet, including some settings that deal with printer. If you want to print any specific area, you come to the page layout and use the print area, and you can do the printing. And you have other things like headlines, headings, and you want to do any backgrounds, you can do all those things in the page layout. Next tab is the formulas tab, where you have a lot of formulas that you can use, and you can access the formula or control the way Excel operates. You have different formulas here. You can see that. We'll be discussing in detail about how you use the formulas and what are the important formulas. We'll be looking into all those things. Next, we'll be looking into the data. Excel data. In this tab, you will be doing data validation and sorting commands. So this data type is also helpful for the Power Pivot and Power Query as well. If you want to sort any data from web, or if you want to connect different data sources, you will be doing all these things in the data tab. And next one, we have the review tab. In review tab, what we will do, this contains basically to check spellings or check the performance, or if you want to translate any word, like suppose if I translate this particular word, you can do that, and on the right hand side it will show in which language you want to translate, and it will give you the word for these things. If you want to change any words in different language, you can do that. And next tab, you have view tab, where it contains commands that control various aspects of the sheet, that is how it is to be viewed and all. And you can also see the same things in the status bar as well. If you just click on the status bar, you can see all those things, and you can close this. Suppose if you want to see the status bar, you can click here and you can customize your status bar and however you want. Okay, and next, this automate, it will not be there directly. It is used by the developers, and for most of the people, this developer tab is also disabled. So what you can do, you can customize. It looks like this whenever you open your spreadsheet. So most probably these will be disabled and you will be able to see like this. To do this, you can either go here, click the customize the ribbon, and you can add whichever things you want. Okay, and you need to just click checkbox this developer and click on OK. You can do this. This is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is you can go into files, click on options, click on customizing the ribbon, and here also you can click on developer and you can click OK. This is also one of the way you can do enable the developer, which is very important for us to do the intermediate and advanced excels. Last one is the help. If you want to get connected with the community and you want to get help from the Excel community, you can get all this in your help toolbar. This is all the tabs and the ribbons that we wanted to discuss. Now we'll be discussing about contextual tabs. Contextual tabs, in addition to the standards tab that we have, Excel includes some contextual tabs. Whenever an object such as chart or table or any illustration is selected, specific tools with that object are made available on the ribbon. So for example, if I see this budget, if I wanted to insert a small chart, so you can see the income and the expenses here like a chart, but you also see there is a contextual tab like chart design and format, which are available. When contextual tab appears, you can of course continue to use the other tabs as well. These are just the additional tabs that Excel provides along with the standard tab that you have. In the ribbons using your keyword, you might think ribbon is mouse centric, but ribbon is very keyboard friendly as well. The trick is to press Alt key, where you will be able to see all the shortcut keys that are there, and if you want to go into the ribbon as well, you just need to press whichever tab you have a shortcut for. If you press H, and it will show the list of all the sub ribbons where you can use the shortcut for. If you want to just insert, you can click on I, and also if you want to insert sheet rows or insert a sheet, you can press S. You see there is a sheet that has been inserted. So accessing ribbons using keyword can also be very friendly. Next we will be seeing is the using of shortcut menus. In addition to ribbons, Excel features many shortcut menus which you can access by just right clicking just about anything within Excel. For example, if you see the date ranges here, suppose if you want to sort them from oldest to newest, within a one click you will be able to sort this information. Anything like if you want to sort by alphabetical order or you want to sort by Z to A, you can see the sorting will happen. And also you can also do filters. You can also delete certain tables or rows, or you can insert any tables, and you can also format cells. You can copy them, you can copy it, and also you can paste anywhere you want. These are the shortcut menus that you need to be aware of. We'll be discussing in detail when we are discussing the practical working on a sheets. Then you will be using all these shortcut menus. In the next video, we will start creating our first Excel worksheet.